Good morning, guys, and welcome back to You Know What. If this is your first time here and you want to stay caught up with NBA and NFL hot takes from your favorite shows, then you've come to the right place. Join me for my daily show as well as my original content on weekends. Start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss a thing. We start the day with a clip from the new media. Draymond Green vents his frustration on how NBA narratives run wild with negativity and asks himself why they are not viewed positively like in the business world. It's frustrating sifting through the narratives that the old media peddles when preparing for this show. They're outlandish and I struggle choosing the right segments to bring to you because I don't want to contribute to the negativity. I want to push these players up and stop holding them to ridiculous standards and appreciate them for the amazing athletes that they are. Yesterday's first segment is an example of this in action. I started the day by praising Chet Holmgren, as well as highlighting that Kevin Durant had sent love his way via Twitter after his spectacular debut. I did this because I knew the morning would be filled with people tearing into Chet for having just a good game. The expectations and narratives that the media and fans create are causing us to lose sight of what's important. And that's why I thought bringing you this clip from the Draymond Green Podcast would be a great way to start the show. I think that Draymond was very insightful, and I hope you enjoyed this clip. So let's head over to the Draymond Green Show.
Why does it matter? If Kevin Durant says, I actually don't want to be here anymore, I want to go to somewhere else, why does it matter? Why does that make you weak? Why does that make him, it means he's running from something? I don't understand that. And the reason I don't understand it is because players are in control of their situation. Players are in control of their destiny. And so why is it that it's just not, that's the next step in his career? If someone leaves Google to go to Apple after 3 or 4 years, and then they leave Apple after 2 years to go to Tesla, and then they leave Tesla after 4 years, no one's going to say that person ran. That person did this or that person did that. Everyone's going to say that person did what was best for their career and best for their livelihoods. But us as athletes, it's never viewed that way. And it's baffling to me that it's never viewed that way because our lifespan with this career is actually way shorter than someone that's working at Google or working at Apple or anyone else in the world for that matter that's not an athlete for the most part. Why can't you do everything you can to get it right? Even if that means making a wrong move and continuing on. Why is it that athletes are viewed that way? It's baffling to me. It really baffles me. We've put ourselves in a position, we have become the absolute best at what we do, which is, if you're in the NBA, you are at the absolute top of the food chain when it comes to basketball. And if you are the absolute best, like someone at Apple would, someone at Google would be, why is it such a bad thing that we control our destiny? But you work that hard to be as good as you can be to have that power. That's baffling to me. And I'm still trying to figure it out. So I saw the narratives and I saw all of these things and I'm like, but why is that? I personally think it goes back to some things that I've said in the past and how people view athletes. People can't accept the fact that athletes are now businessmen and no longer just playing basketball. And at some point, people have to realize and be able to accept the fact that athletes are businessmen and we make business moves and business decisions because you are operating a business. I am operating Draymond Green Inc. or whatever you want to call it. So why is it not viewed as just that? Let's talk about the move that's made. Is that a good move for business or is it not? But to start calling somebody weak and they run from challenges, that's baffling to me because that man has worked his entire life to be in that position to where he controls where he goes next. And by the way, everyone in the NBA can't control where they go next. So to be in that position, to have the opportunity to control what you do next, that's the American dream. That is the American dream. Yet, athletes, Kevin Durant in particular in this situation, is killed for it. And it makes no sense to me. And what it shows me is those that do that, they still have not adjusted to the fact that athletes are businessmen. And at some point, you got to be able to make that adjustment. Because if not, you're going to keep throwing these terrible narratives out there and missing the big picture, which is very simple. We're not just playing the game of basketball no more.